Sawadika, thank you for joining me today, Abel, on Andaman News on NBT TV. On our program today, which is the first day of September, our local news looks at relief and rehabilitation efforts after floods in Phuket and Phang-Nga. Later, we have the second part of the interview with a property guru in Phuket. And we still check the weather forecast before we end the program. But first, here is the local news. The flood situation in Thakuapa of Phang-Nga has eased while residents began to clean up their premises. As of today, the flood situation in Phang-Nga has eased and residents have begun cleaning up their premises. These comprise the areas of Kuratburi, Kapong, and the old town of Thakuapa. In Thakuapa, the Deputy Mayor, Prawit Limsakon, said his staff were deployed to assist people to clean up their premises as well as roads and public places. Local schools under the municipality also resumed their classes. According to Prawit, the floods affected over 2,500 households within the municipality area. 400 of them are old Sino-Portuguese style of architecture. After this, he would seek funding in support of the old architectural structure revival. As for long-term solutions for repeat floods in this area, the deputy mayor said his office is seeking funds to improve conditions of water embankments. Princess Pa Foundation, Thai Red Cross Society, gave out relief supplies in aid of flood-affected areas in Phang-Nga. Vice President of the Princess Pa Foundation, Thai Red Cross Society Professor Dr. Damrong Urin Prayun, the royal representative, on Wednesday visited the flood-affected people and Buddhist monks in Phang-Nga. He presented 20 sets of relief supplies to monks and 1,500 sets of supplies for residents who suffered in the floods. Officials from the foundation also demonstrated to locals how to make potable water from natural resources. The Provincial Mitigation Office, Surin Petseng, reported that 7 districts in Phang-Nga faced flash floods during heavy and continuous downpours last week. Looking back into the flooding period, several organizations joined hands in aid of flood-affected residents in Phang-Nga. During the flooding period, several organizations joined hands in providing aid to affected families. This included the Pheu Thai Party spokesman, Prampong Noparit, who is also a party list MP. He visited the flood-affected families in Thakuapa municipality on the weekend. On this occasion, the Lions Club of Khao Lak Andaman also gave out food to affected people. The Pheu Thai Party spokesman told the people that he would report their suffering and damages to the Government Central Relief Center, while the Thakuapa mayor, Wisut Navatlong, also requested that the government come up with sustainable solutions for Thakuapa repeated floods. The old market or old community of Thakuapa is in a lower area and always faces floods during heavy rain. On Tuesday, the Democrat Party leader Apisit Wechachiwa, accompanied by leading party figures such as Mr. Gon Jadika Wanik, Anchali Wanit Thepaput, and Phang-Nga MP Kantawan Thantien Go Janyawiwat, visited flood-affected people in Thakuapa. Mr. Apisit's visit began at Yang Yao Temple to convey their condolences and gave cash in aid of parents of 2 sister girls who drowned. The cremation will take place today. After that, he went to hand out relief supplies to affected people in 3 more locations and expressed his hope that people will be given proper assistance and compensation by the government. Phang-Nga Governor Damrong Charoenkul said the authority will speed up the damage survey to conclude the cause so that assistance and rehabilitation programs can be carried out properly. He also instructed related agencies to speed up their work in roads and bridges repair. According to the official, at least 5,000 families with some 20,000 people in Phang-Nga were affected by last week's floods. Meanwhile, Patong Hospital resumed services after last week's floods forced its temporary closure. Yesterday was the first day that Patong Hospital managed to resume full service, providing medical treatment to outpatients after the floods last week forced it to temporarily close the service. The flood last Thursday damaged the hospital's power control facility, which is situated in the basement. Dr. Pumin Silapan, the hospital director, announced that the hospital can now fully operate and offer services to outpatients, in-house, emergencies, dental care, and X-ray. On the first day after it reopened, the staff saw some 200 patients, Thais and foreigners. The hospital director stressed that he would present plans to seek funding from the Ministry of Public Health to improve the power control facility to prevent history from repeating itself as the incidents adversely affected patients. Phuket continues to suppress narcotic drugs while the governor allocates another lots of funds to have cameras installed along prison walls. The Phuket governor has allocated out of his administrative budget of 96,000 baht to the provincial prison in a bid to prevent narcotic drugs from being smuggled into the jail. Governor Tri Akaradecha told the meeting of head officials that narcotic drug suppression is a main priority and the rules of law must be strictly enforced. The governor also stressed policy delivered by the government in which narcotic drug suppression is listed in the national agenda. The cameras will be installed in 12 locations around the prison walls to make sure that any object thrown from outside into the prison can be detected and stopped. According to prison commander Rapin Nithanon, drug smuggling activities and mobile phones thrown over the wall into prison are found more often in the past 5 months. In some months, 3 to 10 mobile phones are seized by officials. Phuket prison houses 1,500 inmates. 82.43% of them were involved with drugs. This is an increase from a previous 70% rate.